And pass things over to our friends at Coast TV News at 5.
Well, we're going to miss you over the weekend, but we'll see you Monday.
Now on WRDE Coast TV.
Road work complete in this Lewis intersection, but why everyone isn't happy about this new light.
President Biden heading to Delaware this weekend. What his itinerary looks like.
Flood warning. Now that we're out here just covering the heat and humidity, but that same humidity has now prompted a flash flood warning. Take a look at the radar. This is just the beginning of our concern leading into a possible first alert weekend.
Addressing a lack of housing, how tiny homes could be part of the solution in Lewis.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 5 starts right now.
Traffic flowing one way, backing up the other. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with a new light that's on Route 24 that's making some drivers see red.
The light was installed by DelDOT to improve traffic flow at the intersection. Many commuters say they struggle to get off of Mulberry Knoll Road onto Route 24. And there's also a lot of construction there, just adding to that gridlock. But as Coast TV's Tori Seagraves shows us, not everybody believes this will keep cars moving.
Cars lining up on Mulberry Knoll Road grow impatient as the new light here confuses drivers. Lloyd Purcell lives on Mulberry Knoll Road just before the light. He says it will only cause more congestion.
I think it's going to generate a backup on this road. I've seen it from one end of the road to the other end.
However, some people think this new light will help people make left turns and stop long waits for a break in traffic.
We need more traffic lights. I hope that everyone loves this one so much they start putting them in at Robinsonville and other places.
Wood also thinks the light will slow drivers down by nearby schools. Salon owner Jessica Carter says her clients need a long-term traffic solution.
There's been a lot of traffic on 24 and, it makes it really hard for our clients to get in and out. At least today, for a Friday, it looks like there's less congestion than normal.
So whether you are excited for the traffic light or not, remember it is now in full rotation for your commute.
DelDOT says that more road work for this project will take place just down the street on the west side of the school entrances of Love Creek Elementary School and Beacon Middle School. That is expected to be completed by next year. I'm Tori Seagraves in Lewis, Coast TV News.
President Biden is scheduled to arrive later today at his North Shore's home for the weekend visit on the coast. Now, as opposed to flying directly from the White House on Marine One, the helicopter, Biden will use Air Force One, land at Dover Air Force Base, and then make his way to his North Shore's home in Rehoboth Beach. That is expected to happen sometime after 7:30 p.m. He's expected to return to Washington Sunday afternoon. This will be Biden's 5th trip to Rehoboth Beach this year. A temporary flight restriction for the area will be in effect.
Taking a live look now into Ocean City, the Gateway Subaru camera on the Commander Hotel. A beautiful beach day out there, though not nearly as crowded as we saw. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us live outside, and Paul, just feeling hot.
The heat and humidity is what brought us out here to do a live report, but that same heat and humidity has now caused a heating type of shower. Take a look aloft here. Now, what I'm showing you is actually how the clouds are beginning to become more cumulus oriented and how that stacking up is continuing to see.
It appears we have lost Paul's microphone. As you saw, though, we were concerned about some possible effects from this heat. So we're going to get all the details on that in just a few minutes if you stay with us. But first, Clear Space Theater is looking for a new managing director. The theater says the person who will do that will handle budgeting, outreach, and advance the community theater in Rehoboth Beach's mission.
The future of housing in Lewis, that's becoming a bit more clear. The city is proposing tiny houses and apartments that are called accessible dwelling units within the city's limits. Coast TV News' Charles Reinert is live in Lewis. Charles, businesses say that this project would help attract employees.
Charlie, both people and businesses today said the lack of housing here in Lewis is a real problem. the city is exploring potential incentives for people to build accessory dwelling units or ADUs. Homeowners would also need to make sure these houses have running water and other utilities to the house, and they would need to get a builder's permit from the city. The city of Lewis says this proposal would help.
They've identified it as a way to attempt to provide some more affordable housing for your teachers, your nurses, everybody who's kind of working in the city who's just not able to afford it, as a potential to have some place to live closer to where they work.
The discussion on these accessory dwelling units is still in early stages. It will still need to pass the Lewis Planning Commission and Lewis City Council. I'm Charles Reiner, live in Lewis, Coast TV News.
And this is going to bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know if you would live in one of those accessory dwelling units. Let's take a look at the results so far. And right now, well, that's yesterday. And I can tell you what folks really liked, air conditioning.
Air conditioning.
We'll get back to our Coast TV poll a little later on.
The Children's Beach House is a recipient of the Family Support Healthcare Alliance Delaware Mini Grant. That's great, right? State officials say the grant program aims to improve care for youth with special health care needs, along with their families. The Beach House says they'll be using their $25,000 award to expand their youth development program, which offers support for children who have a diagnosed speech, language, hearing, or communicative delay or disability.
The use of gaffs, and if you don't know what those are, they're the rods with hooks on the end of them. They've been banned in recreationally caught striped bass in Delaware. DENREC says the ban is in place to ensure Delaware is compliant with the Atlantic State Marine Fisheries Commission's amendment to their striped bass management plan. That amendment is meant to reduce the number of striped bass deaths as a result of using the gaffs.
The June jobs report is out, showing a strong but cooling jobs market. But that good economic news could lead to bad news for fueling inflation, meaning another interest rate hike is likely on the way. NBC's Alice Barr explains what this could mean for your credit cards and mortgage rates.
Strong but slowing. That's the bottom line from the Labor Department's June jobs report. New numbers out today show the economy added 209,000 jobs in the month of June. That's slightly lower than expected and marks the slowest month of job growth since December 2020. Unemployment ticked down to 3.6%.
The 3.6% is the 17th consecutive month of less than 4% unemployment, which is the longest duration since the 1960s.
Wages are still rising, with average hourly earnings up 4.4% from a year ago. That mixed picture leading most analysts to think the Federal Reserve will raise interest rates again this month to fight stubbornly high inflation.
A 90% chance that the Fed will raise interest rates by 1/4 percentage point.
As the cost of borrowing goes up and consumers feel the pinch from credit cards to mortgage rates, Wall Street investors are wary about the risk for recession.
There is some risk here for investors in the sense that the Fed is not signaling an end to interest rate hikes, so I would expect that we will see more volatility in the stock market.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen today focused on the global picture, criticizing China's treatment of American companies, especially in the chips technology industry.
Our economic relationship with China must work for American businesses and American workers.
Secretary Yellen balancing that message with efforts to ease tensions between the world's two largest economies. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Another piece of the picture, the rate of workers quitting their jobs fell this spring to pre-pandemic levels, signaling that the era of Great Resignation may be coming to a close.
Police in Baltimore arrested and charged a 17-year-old in connection with Sunday's mass shooting that killed 2 and wounded 28 others. He's charged with possession of a firearm by a minor, assault weapon possession, reckless endangerment, and handgun in a vehicle. Police say this is still an ongoing investigation. 3 injured victims remain hospitalized in fair condition.
A Best Buy was robbed in Dover, but why police say the suspect's attempt didn't go as planned.
And significant afternoon convective heating has prompted this. Take a look at the radar. Right here, we have a newly issued concern for flooding due to the heat and the humidity. And we have that same flooding concern going into this weekend for a possible first alert day. You really need to stick around for this one.
from building sandcastles on the beach to floating in an annual event on the river. I'm Mallory Metzner. Coming up, I'll show you all the cool things to do the second weekend of July.
Can we skip to the good part?
And I know when that hotline blink.
Got my mind on your body and your body on my mind.
Can't touch this.
Sun-Kissed Summer Mixtape on 102.5 WBOC.
Brought to you by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Everyone at Bellaterra's Landscape and Garden Center want to thank you for an amazing 20 years. Come celebrate with us. Our passion for plants has created beautiful curb appeal for the last 20 years. Visit us off Route 16 between Milton and Ellendale. Check out our website and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. See you soon at Bellaterra Landscapes and Garden Center.
Thinking about upgrading your bath or shower? Baths by Spicer Brothers is making it easy with a limited time offer.
Right now, receive $1,000 off your new shower or bath. Save 50% off installation, plus 0% financing with no payments until 2025.
Choose your favorite style and color, and it can be installed in as little as 1 day.
Have peace of mind with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty and factory certified 5-star installation guarantee.
So before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Hi, this is Warren Rosenfeld from Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli. Well, it's that time of year again when everyone enjoys eating outside. And here at Rosenfeld's, you can treat your belly and eat outside at all 3 locations. Enjoy your Reubens and more on our new picnic tables under our awning in Rehoboth. Enjoy a full breakfast or lunch menu either inside or on our 4-season patio in South Bethany. And in Ocean City, enjoy our classic covered porch or sun-filled picnic tables. Treat your belly and eat outside at all Rosenfeld's locations. We hope to feed you soon.
You know what they say, second is the best. And the second week of July, so naturally there's plenty of fun things to do and see here on Delmarva. Coast TV's Mallory Metzner shows us the cool things to do.
When you sink your toes in the sand this weekend, you could take part in a 43-year-old tradition. The annual Sandcastle Contest takes place in the Delaware Seashore State Park from 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday. DenRec says register at Tower Road, Oceanside on the day of the event. July 8th is the second Saturday of the month, and that means you can explore the shops and restaurants in Milton and Harbison while raising awareness for adoptable animals. Go inside businesses where you see a framed picture of Jenga and sign up to win a $50 gift card from the Milton Chamber of Commerce. You can now roast s'mores at the Twin Branch Winery in Milton and enjoy a variety of wines and sangria while listening to live music on the weekends. There's backyard games for the whole family. The 28th annual Nanticoke River Fest will welcome you to the 80s on Saturday. The festival takes place in downtown Seaford from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The float-in tradition that started it all begins at 11 a.m. Tubes will be launched at First State OMS. There's one last chance to catch the Hebron Firemen's Carnival. The fire department fundraiser opens for its last night at 6:30 p.m. on July 8th. Rides start at 7:15 p.m. Celebrate the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company's 70th anniversary in Oak Orchard on Saturday. There will be a parade at 10 a.m. and a ceremony at 11. The annual BB Heroes 5K is in its 4th year. The race starts at 7:30 Sunday morning at Irish Eyes in Lewis. The first Kitty Dash of the event will be held this year for children 9 and under. And did you know Berlin almost had a Woodstock? The Calvin B. Taylor House Museum is hosting a Woodstock-themed concert to share that story on Sunday, July 9th at 6 p.m. There will be a concert by Berlin Airlift and a Best Dressed contest. For events that require tickets or pre-registration, we have links on our website under the Cool Things to Do tab.
Brought to you by North Bay Marina, where boaters have the most fun.
Spring is here, Delmarva, and so is the pollen. But you want to be outside enjoying the sunshine. By this time next spring, you could be suffering no more. Transform your pollen-filled outdoor space into a pollen-free indoor retreat, perfect for entertaining friends and family. With an all-season sunroom oasis from Patio Systems in Lewis. For exceptional workmanship at reasonable prices, Patio Systems is your pollen-free backyard living specialist. Locally owned and operated since 2001.
Are you tired of contractors not showing up on time or not even returning your call? And why are you still waiting for an estimate? Maybe it's because the sales consultant they sent isn't really qualified to make a proper quote, only to find out the contractor isn't even licensed? That's why thousands of homeowners and businesses trust Delmarva's original crawl space experts. At DryTech, we're certified, trained, licensed, and insured. So your crawl space problem gets solved, guaranteed. Call DryTech today for a free assessment.
Michael Anderson of Anderson Wealth Management has the strategies you need to help plan your retirement. Catch Wise Money right here on WRDE.
Spark your senses at the Spice and Tea Exchange in Rehoboth Beach. Food lovers, home chefs, and tea enthusiasts rejoice. Smell and sample your way through hundreds of exotic spices and teas from around the world. Our signature blends and rubs are hand-mixed daily to ensure the highest quality and freshness. Talk to our tea experts and learn the wellness benefits of drinking fresh, loose-leaf premium teas. Find a tasteful gift for that special someone or join us for an in-store cooking demo. Find your way to flavor at the Spice and Tea Exchange on the Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. Sister locations in Annapolis, Maryland, and Old Town Alexandria, Virginia.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is here.
And you're going to bless people every single day.
We're giving back, lifting each other up. Something hits you in your heart. We're doing it all.
Weekdays at 2 on WRDE.
Afternoon heating is actually what we were here for, because we were going to talk about what's happening with the pool. But because that same afternoon heating, we have a good deal of darkening of the skies that's just happened a few moments ago. And now some spot showers have begun to kind of rear its head. Typical situation when you're talking about afternoon heating showers, ones that I typically call popcorn showers, because it's kind of got that popcorn random kind of a pattern. Let's go to our radar. I want to show you what popcorn on a radar looks like, okay? Now, what I'm doing now, I'm zooming in a little bit tighter here on the area where we're seeing some spot showers that become a little more impressive. Now, notice that the area right here that we're pointing to, that red is indicating a warning as it pertains to flooding. These showers are moving so slow that they're prompting advisories. Now, that red that you see there also is also indicating at least an advisory, but the green is the advisory, the red is a warning as it pertains to flooding right now. And as far as where we are, well, there's a couple of sprinkles here beginning to fall here, but that's okay. I won't melt, okay? But overall, we see along the East Coast, we see that this trough, as it pushes through, is going to keep it unstable along the entire East Coast. Now, we are concerned about a possible first alert weekend. Now, that's way back here. That's the little fella that we're keeping a close eye on as far as that's concerned. But let's deal with this day by day. First of all, you can see as we go into Saturday, and we see that spot shower, that flaring up that's happening. This is very similar to what's happening right now when we have those afternoon showers that'll flare up in these areas of purple, indicating heavy downpours. Now, when we have heavy downpours like this, we could have one or two things happen: severe thunderstorm or possible heavy downpour that could cause possible flooding. But since it's moving real fast, it's not going to be a long-term concern. So let's say you have hiking plans. Well, bottom line is we are looking for, for it to stay okay for you in the morning time and then also in the evening, but it's in the afternoon here and here where you're going to watch out for a chance of spot shower thunderstorms. Now, we want to begin to focus on what's happening for Sunday. Now, this is the most conservative model that we have. Watch this. Now, as we go in here, we start to see these scattered showers really begin to flare up here and here, just as an example. Now, as we go into, let's say, the afternoon, we are seeing that this, I'm moving it just for you a little bit, we are seeing that this is where we're going to see the concentration of the worst of precipitation moving through the area throughout that time frame. So with that being the case, we'll be mindful of it. And just what kind of rain are we talking about? Well, once again, I'm going to move the map from where it would typically be. Look at that orange there. You see this orange right in here? That's where we could see possibility of some significant flooding. So we're watching out for Sunday being our first alert day because of the possibility of flooding. So tonight, 73 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and then tomorrow, some showers kicking in, and then A red day, first alert day on Sunday, 86 with heavy downpours likely for us, so it's a first alert day. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. 88, 86, 88, then 91, 93, and 93 on Thursday. So once again, stay tuned to Coast TV so we can keep you updated on our first alert day. In the midst of what's about to start being a typical summer shower and thunderstorm, I'm going to grab one of our umbrellas here. Back to you. Give me that umbrella, fella.
Paul.
Thank
you. Paul was getting an umbrella as we spoke. Thank you, Paul. Well, hey, Rob